A warm welcome to the channel and making quite a lot of videos today. Maybe I just got a lot on my mind basically. And this is related, of course, about China and the honesty of China. Does anyone trust China? Do Chinese people trust the Chinese government? And the thing is, they've always sort of, in more recent years than anything else, always tried to blame others when things go wrong. So we seem to have less trust in China. If we go back 2 years ago, COVID, the outbreak, Wuhan, etc., where did it start? It started in China. China, the COVID comes from China, but China's decided to blame Italy, America, England, Spain, etc. And it's still going on. So we don't know the actual where it really comes from, but we all know where it does come from. It's quite simple. It comes from China. Why didn't China tell the truth? It's okay to tell the truth. We all make mistakes. Related to fair trade, trade is competition, granted, but there should be a certain amount of fairness with it. When China opened its borders in 1979, lots of the Western countries decided to help China because it was coming out of the days of the Cultural Revolution, coming out of the days of Mao, Mad Mao. Yes, he was mad, and also a little bit of a coward as well. But that's another story related to World War II and the Civil War. Let's not go into that. So the West actually lent a hand, and this is how China actually developed with, you could say, cheaper tariffs, etc. But 2008, you had the Beijing Olympic Games, and everyone thought, wow, China's doing really well, and started to think it's a trustworthy country. But you would say the main culprit of this whole thing is Xi Jinping. What does he want? It feels like he just wants to go back to the days of Mao. Will it affect him? No, because even though he earns only $2,000 per month, he's got $1.2 billion. When international law says the islands in the South Pacific are not Chinese, they still go in and build military bases. So there's a lack of trust in the international community related to this. Now there are a handful of Western shills in China, Canada, and is there one in America? No, I don't know. It's saying supporting the CCP. Well, they would have to if they're in China. If they said anything bad, they'd be kicked out of their backside. What does China want? Do you feel that it wants to be the global power, number one in the world, which I could say is okay. America is number one in the world, and that's fine. We believe in democracy. We believe in freedom of speech. Democracy only has one meaning, but China seems to try to put it as two meanings, like Chinese democracy, rather than anything else. I'm going to take a quick break. Excuse me. The average Joe, the average citizen, doesn't believe what the CCP says. And when, for example, journalists go to Xinjiang, the propaganda will deny everything. But maybe we haven't seen inside the concentration camps, but why have the journalists been turned around to certain areas, saying no, 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 by plainclothes policemen, then followed for the rest of their trip, when they were sort of unofficially invited, come to Xinjiang and see there's no stuff happening here. When they do go, they get turned around and say, no, you can't go here. So it's that, how would you say, it's that kind of, that no trust at all. At the beginning of this century, right up to Xi Jinping 2012, we began to trust, and you could see that it was a fastly, rapidly developing country, and the Chinese people were happier. I think now they're not exactly happy, they're just contented, it's okay. And you can't really say anything bad because it's their country. And it's like a Chinese person in America saying something bad against America, unless it's an honest report, an honest review. But the CCP is just not honest. They say they alleviated poverty. No country has alleviated poverty. It's near enough impossible to do. They can help, maybe they have, but it's not 100%. It's like a miracle they have performed. So what is the solution? The solution are for talks and honest talks and to be open, to remember, but also to forgive and to move forward as equal partners in competition and fair trade, if that makes sense. That what do the people want in the People's Republic of China? Do they want to be able to have convenience of life? And in many cases they do, but it's not total. Now, yes, obviously I am a Westerner. There is a different style of thinking, but I have been in Asia for over 28 years. And you see the positive things, and you also see quite a few of the negative things as well. Can I say anything? No, because it's not my country. If I do say anything, it's say, well, if you don't like it, don't choose to live here and go home. So you sort of have to sort of respect it in that way. China needs to come clean and for us to forgive, but to start to be honest. Honest. Talk the talk, walk the walk. Don't say one thing and do another thing and deny, deny, deny. Be honest about your country. When something bad happens, let the media show about it. It's people who suffer. It's not government who suffer, it's people. I can possibly rabbit on about this for absolutely hours, but I'm not going to, because if anyone's here after 9 minutes or however long this video has been going, congratulations. But this is sort of like a message to the world, a message to the leaders, a message to China, for example, in a way that this is what needs to be done. No one wants to go to war, no one wants to go to fight, no one really wants to lose their life. We all have our own goals. Some want to be incredibly rich, some want a happy family, but we all want convenience of life. We all want to grab the opportunities. We all want to travel again. And one thing which is sort of stopping us, not from necessarily doing these things that I just mentioned, is just that a digital currency for China that's going to be the world power, which I have talked about on my other channel, for example, goes on and on. China just needs to be honest to its people, to everyone, and keep that promise, not deny, deny, deny. The first thing that they can do is open up China to journalists and investigate the truth of the coronavirus. It will be a scandal, whatever, but it's a start that they allowed to do it. To let journalists go to Xinjiang. Okay, go into the re-educational, sorry, bunny rabbit ears, re-educational camps and see, and then stop it, to be open, to accept religion, to accept that not everyone is straight. Some people are gay, some people are lesbian, some people are 50-50, whatever it is, accept. Because everyone is individual. We all love our own country. We want to support it, but we also want to be international, global players. We want to be part of the international community. It's going to make life easier, better, and more profitable for a lot of people, not just some people like the Chinese government. So, Xi Jinping, I know you can't speak English, but if you're listening, then this is just my point of view. Agree, disagree. Chinese government, if you're listening, please start to act with this. Chinese people, if you are watching on YouTube or whatever platform this video is being showed on, please do not necessarily protest, but maybe doing something, I don't know what, a letter to your government perhaps, but this will have to be anonymous at first. It's got to be stepping stones, it's got to be step by step, but eventually it can, if you make the first big step and just admit what you have done. Don't hide any more secrets, big secrets. Don't deny that Tiananmen Square didn't happen. Bye-bye for now. Thank you for your time.